What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorldPodcast, and we're going to be going over Week 2 in the NFL 2018 season, and we're going to kick it off with the Panthers and the Falcons. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. I picked the Panthers to win this game simply because certain injuries that are going on with the Falcons, Deion Jones, the running back is hurt. There was a lot of things that were going on, and I didn't think that they would be able to pull it out. I don't believe in Matty Dry Ice at all. I don't think that he's the guy that's going to take the Falcons to the promised land. He had a chance, but all I remember when I think about Matty Ice is 28-3. So let's go ahead and break down what actually happened in this game. Cam Newton made some really, really bad decisions. And this is the situation. It's not only him, though. Overall, the team didn't play as well, but it all starts with Cam Newton. Everybody knows, like, you got Luke Kuechly, all that other stuff going on the defensive side of the ball. But it starts with Cam Newton. If Cam Newton starts doing wild things, it's not going to end well. Okay, other teams can overcome bad quarterback play. The Panthers cannot. All right, so late in this game, they had a chance to come back in this game to actually win it, tie it, take it to overtime, whatever, and they still weren't able to do it simply because I guess the Falcons just stepped up and just said, you know what, we're going to try to do something in this NFC South. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't all about the Saints, because we're going to get to the Saints in a second. They almost lost to the Browns. But look, it's not even all about that. This is the situation, right? One of these teams I think that one of these teams are going to make it out of the NFC South. And I just can't put my finger on it because I don't trust Cam Newton and I don't trust Matty Dry Ice. You know what? Take that away. I don't think that either. Bro, I don't even know what to think. Because the Saints, I don't know I can't wait to get to that game to talk about it, but I don't know. I'm just so uncertain about everything that goes on in the NFC South. I'm just seriously, like, it's just, I don't know what any of these idiots are doing. Like, yo, whatever, bro. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I just don't know. Well, maybe the Bucks, probably the Bucks. Look, but we don't know what's going to go. Jameis Winston, when he comes back with the whole situation, like, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Fitzmagic is lighting it up. I don't know what's going on over there, right? But let's just put it like this. Let's just put it like this. The Panthers are not playing up to par. The Falcons are not playing up to par. It was an exciting game, but for the most part, it was just complete Falcon domination. Now, I don't know what's going to happen the next game they play at the Panthers, because if it's similar to this, it seems like the Falcons pretty much has Cam Newton's number, and Cam Newton is still not comfortable enough to trust McCaffrey and just dump it down and let him go. He has to be doing weird things. I know he got hit in the face after he scrambled. That guy should have been ejected. That guy actually should be suspended for a game at least, because Cam Newton gave himself up. I just wanted to point that out. That was completely ridiculous what he did. And he's a pretty good player. But listen, I don't care about that. You gotta know, look, man, the quarterback is sliding, cut the BS out. But that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is I think the Falcons outplayed the Panthers in this game. But it's a division matchup, division rivalry, so anything can happen. It is what it is. Colts and the Redskins. Early in this game, right, I had a feeling that, Andrew Luck was going to be that Andrew Luck. He's going to throw picks. This is what you have to understand about Andrew Luck and the Colts, right? He's going to throw picks, but there's a chance that he'll throw more interceptions than picks. I don't know if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes, it seems like, with the way that it is, he's not going to get over that hump. He's going to always be a guy that's going to throw picks, but you can still win with him. And it sounds weird with me saying that, but there's no way that you're going to refine Andrew Luck. He was doing that in college. He's doing it now. It's no way you can overcome that. Like Peyton Manning, let's put it like this. Peyton Manning led the league in interceptions his rookie season. And then we know what he went on to be. And he wasn't a guy to just, only when he played the Patriots, it's like that was his kryptonite. But with the Colts and Andrew Luck is going to definitely throw picks, but he has enough in him to be able to still win the game. He can overcome the picks. That's what's weird about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as you want to just say he's garbage, you can't really say he's garbage because there's so many other quarterbacks that are way worse than him. So you can't even go that route like, yo, he's trash. But he is playing under par. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he could be a lot better. If he makes better decisions and, just understands or sometimes just throw the ball away, maybe tuck it down, slide, whatever, he could be a much better quarterback. Alex Smith, Kansas City Chiefs are rejoicing that he left. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, like, this check down Alex, you see what happened is with Kansas City, Tyreek Hill being so fast and Kelsey and all those weapons, that made him look a lot better than he was, Alex Smith. It made him look a lot better than he was. It's a reason why, which Harbaugh was it, Jim, that benched him for Kaepernick. Alex Smith is just not that guy, bro. Look, Redskins fans, I told you guys this. I was very surprised when they won week 1. I was very, very surprised because Alex Smith is not the guy that's going to do anything for you. The NFC East is a toss-up, though, so the Redskins may be able to do what's, I think the Eagles are still the team to beat, even though, they got upset by the Bucs. But it's a very, very interesting situation because Alex Smith is not going to be that guy. So I kind of want to just, throw them under the rug and say they're going to probably be the worst. But there's a chance that they'll be better than the Giants based on what I saw last night against the Cowboys. So I'm not going to say they're going to be dead last yet. All right. But overall, that was the game. Adrian Peterson couldn't do anything. Reed had a couple of decent catches. The Redskins are the Redskins. I don't really see much out of that team. And everybody's like, yo, bro, you sleeping on them. No, I'm not. I'm awake, bro. I'm awake. That team ain't doing nothing. Texans and the Titans. Deshaun Watson at the end of the game, I don't know what he was doing or where he was or what's going on, but I'm really starting to believe that his rookie season was like, it was just like an aberration. Like I don't know what he is right now. He starts off the game very terrible for the 2 consecutive weeks. I don't know if he's warming up or what he's doing. I don't, just looking at it and just being able to see at the end of the game how he was just so unaware of the time, and then you throw it to the middle to DeAndre Hopkins with somebody right on him, and it's just like there's no time. At least try to throw it to the end zone, or it's just weird what he's doing. So the Texans, as much as I thought that they would be a team that would be a lot better, maybe they can turn it on later though. Like I'm not completely just writing them off, but I don't like what I'm seeing from the quarterback position. All right, so I don't know what's going on with that. We're gonna have to figure it out with the Titans. I don't really know, pretty much Marcus Mariota not playing, I don't know if that made much of a difference. The backup came in and did what he had to do. He was garbage, but it is what it is. He's a journeyman. Bro, who was that guy again? I forgot his name. I don't remember what the guy's name is now, but he's garbage. All I can remember is that he's garbage, and I don't like to keep my memory bank with trash players in my mind. So look, all I'm saying to the Titan fans is maybe you're a lot better without Mariota, because Mariota would have thrown like 9 picks. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like it would have been on and popping. But you still come up with a win with a backup quarterback. That's always a good thing. So, Derrick Henry, though, let me say something, right? I don't know what that tail in the back of his head is with his dreads or whatever. That looked kind of freakish. But he's a big dude. Now, look, I'm watching it on a big screen, right? And he's bigger than the screen. What is Derrick Henry eating, bro? I don't know what he's doing. But if I'm the Titans, I'll just keep giving him the ball, let him run it, bro, because he's going to smash somebody's helmet off. Like, that dude is a monster. He didn't look that big on my screen last year. I'm sorry. Like, when I saw him yesterday, I was like, what is, bro, craziness. That dude is huge, man. I wouldn't want to be the guy tackling that guy. That guy is a savage animal, bro. I don't understand what's going on. But at the end of the day, the Titans are not going to go too far because once Marcus Mariota is healthy again, he'll be in there soon enough to throw a pick. The Eagles and the Buccaneers, Fitzpatrick. This is the game I really want to talk about because I tweeted out that Jameis Winston, if he was playing, the Bucs are not 2-0. That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. Jameis Winston doesn't get suspended for doing whatever he was doing to Uber drivers. This team is 0-2 probably. Okay, so what does that mean to me? As if I'm looking at it as a head coach, do I bench Jameis and leave Fitzpatrick in there to see what he can do throughout the year? I absolutely do. Because you have to be able to do whatever you can to get wins. And right now, Fitzpatrick is coming out there doing whatever he wants. He's dressed up like he's a mafia boss. I don't know what he's doing after the game. It doesn't really matter. All I'm telling you right now, guys, I wouldn't put Jameis Winston back in the game. He has a 3-game suspension. I would sit him on the bench and let Fitzmagic, whatever you want to call him, do whatever he wants. Because nobody expected this team to beat the Eagles. And what I'm seeing is that I see rejuvenation in Deshaun Jackson. I see rejuvenation in Mike Evans. You know what I'm saying? I see it in O.J. Howard. I don't see that when Jameis is out there. As much as they like Jameis, they know Jameis is throwing a pick, bro. Jameis Winston is going to throw a pick. That's what he's going to do. Now, Fitzmagic may throw picks, but I don't know what's gotten into him right now. Okay? But he's playing out of his mind. And from what I've seen in the history of the NFL, you ride the hot hand. And that's pretty much what's going on. The Eagles, we know what the situation is, all right? Foles is going to do some foolish things. He's going to do some foolish things, bro. And it's going to really antagonize you. But at the end of the day, he won you guys a Super Bowl. He was an MVP. He was the MVP. So what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? You could wait for Carson Wentz to get cleared. I think he's going to be getting cleared this week. We'll see what happens with that. But you're going to get games like this with Foles, bro. Like some of you guys, oh, it wasn't Foles' fault. Absolutely it was. He made some wild throws, but that's what he's about, bro. That's what he does. It is what, but I did not expect the Buccaneers to win this game. So kudos to the Bucs, man. We're going to get back to them in the future. I just want to see a couple more weeks before I kind of see where they're going. But if they win next week without Jameis, I think Jameis should ride the bench. Chiefs and Steelers, I don't know how to put this. The Steelers are terrible. But Patrick Mahomes, bro, 10 TDs in his first 2 weeks. When I don't know if you guys have watched all the podcasts this year. It's only one prior to this one about the NFL recap. This is the second recap for the Sunday games. But I told you guys, when I watched his first game and just the natural release of the ball and the power with which he throws it, I was very impressed. And this guy just went out there and torched the Steelers defense. Now, it was 21-zip in the first quarter. Then the Steelers came back, scored 21. Big Ben was primarily the reason for the first quarter being so disastrous, but he's still Big Ben Roethlisberger. He still can make plays whenever. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But I can't – I don't want to get into the Steelers, man, because I'm very, very disappointed in them. But the Chiefs, though, watch out for that squad. Dolphins and the Jets. Pretty much what happened is Sam Darnold became a rookie again. All right? Now, these things are going to happen. The Lions are garbage. So what he did to the Lions, you got to kind of just brush it under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't expecting the Dolphins to do this to him, but it is what it is. You can't really argue it. They went out there and they played their game and they beat the Jets. But a lot of Jet fans already understand that this is part of being a Jet fan. You get your hopes way up and then they smash them way back down. It is what it is. But Sam Darnold overall, in the second half, he came back and made it a game. Defensively, they played better. A lot of different things were, made better as opposed to how they played in the first half. But Sam Darnold made some very, very bad mistakes. And it's to be expected. It's going to be a rough year for the Jets, man. It's not something that's going to – no rookie's just going to come out and just do whatever they want. But I liked what I saw from the Lions. I want to think about that more than what actually happened in that game. So, kudos to him. And let's see how they go on, man. Like, I don't want to write them off because the Jets were really impressive in the first week. But then again, they played the Lions. All right? So – it is what it is. Chargers and the Bills now, right? Phillip Rivers played unbelievable this game, but he usually plays very well, and the team lets him down. The Bills suck, but that's not what this is about, okay? It's not about Josh Allen getting blown out. It's not about any of that, right? This is what it's about, right? If the Chargers can continue to put plays together to where the receiver actually catch the ball, and you have dudes that like, oh, yo, bro, let me just tell you something right now, okay? What's the running back's name again? I forgot. What is this dude's name? I can't, bro. It's gonna come to me as we continue to go on. But this dude, the Chargers running back, like a lot of dudes didn't respect him last year. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes just didn't respect him. And what I think happened, right? He just went out there and just balled. He and the dude from the Rams, Gurley, they just went out there and balled, man. Now, when you have your running back running around like an animal like that, bro, and then your passing game is going. Yeah, Melvin Gordon is his name. I always forget his name. But he was really, really good. And I thought he was good, coming into the NFL. But this year, he's looking like he's ready to go. If they can put that together, and like I said, the receivers understand that they're supposed to catch the ball when Phillip Rivers put it right in their breadbasket, the Chargers can be a really, really dangerous team. Joey Bosa's a little hurt, bro. He got to get back. And then we're going to see what's going to happen. But again, the Chargers, I like what I'm seeing from them. They're a team that, what are they? They're in the AFC West. I think that they can do some work over there, man. I want to see what else they got going forward. The Bills are just trash, all right? They fought it out. McCoy got a little nick towards the end of the game on that big run. But it's not – I don't know what they're going to do regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because the quarterback position, you went from Nathan Peterman, the guy that throws 97 million picks in 2 minutes, to a guy that's a rookie. And you got to – it is what it is. We got to wait to see – what's going to happen. But late in the game, they gave up these points. It wasn't like, it looks respectable, but this wasn't the way the game went. It wasn't a close game. All right, throughout the game, the Chargers were completely dominating them. It was a very disgusting display of football. The Vikings and the Packers, this game annoyed me so much, man. Clay Matthews' call for roughing the passer on Kirk Cousins, and I had pillow fights that were harder than that. Bro, listen, let me tell you something, man. I don't know what these refs are doing, and I think that they got to start to monitor the refs that play the game and see if they have betting going on, because that doesn't make any sense. That was a really bad call. If you look at the play, there is no way that any ref should have called a penalty on that tackle or sack or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is that was so disgusting to see that. And I was very disappointed overall in the NFL for allowing that to happen and everything else with it, man. It was just a really bad situation. I feel so bad for the Packer fans, man. Now, the Vikings, and Kirk Cousins, you know, they didn't play well enough to win the game early on, like going through it. But when you score 22 points in the fourth quarter, bro, like I don't understand what goes on in this game. Aaron Rodgers come in, he does whatever he wants. It's complete domination. They got the punt play. Was it a punt block? It was all kind of crazy stuff going on. Everything was working, man, and it ends in a tie. 2 straight weeks, 2 ties for for a couple games. Like, I don't know what's going on this year, but if I have one more tie, I'm just going to be done with the NFL. I don't know what they're doing, man, but it was really, really disgusting. Overall, I think Aaron Rodgers played well, and I got to give it up to Kirk Cousins. After that penalty, he showed out, and made plays when it counted. Thielen on the right side, just diving into the end zone with that ridiculous. I don't know how the ball got through 2 defenders. It is what it is, man. I don't like the tie. I think that the Packers should have won this game, but that's just me. Browns and the Saints. I'm not even going to go into this thing where it's like, yo, bro, the Browns almost, they did this. No, I'm tired of saying that about the Browns, man. Josh Gordon, I don't know what he's doing, you know what I'm saying, but they're releasing him. It's a whole situation where the team is just in chaos. Now, you can blame Hugh Jackson with the kicker situation, right? The kicker just kept missing kicks. That guy sucks. Gonzalez, that guy sucks. I'm going to tell you this right now. That guy's the worst kicker I've seen. I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, the dude was so bad. Like, he's absolutely 100% getting cut as soon as possible. Like, he's getting cut as I'm doing this podcast. Like, he's done. He probably won't ever play in the NFL again. But I don't feel sorry for him, and I'm going to tell you why. You have one job, bro. And those things that you're doing out there, that the kicker position is so vital. This is the thing, right? I think the kicker should make a lot more money than they make because they mean so much in certain circumstances. But regardless of what's going on, if you're signed and your only responsibility is to kick the ball through the upright, you better kick the ball through the upright. Now, if you miss one, okay, bro, this dude missed like 4 or 5 kicks. Like, what's going on right now? What is actually happening, bro? You have the Saints like right there. I don't know how Tyrod Taylor made that unbelievable pass right down the seam to even make the game be tied, and then you miss the extra point to go up 1. Like, I don't know. It's very, very tough being a Browns fan, man, and I feel for you guys. I feel for you guys. All of you guys that are just even saying that you're Browns fans, bro, that takes a lot of courage to even do something like that because they just can't get it together. And I think, honestly, Hugh Jackson might have to get fired, but I think that Baker Mayfield gives them a better chance to win games than Tyrod Taylor. They're losing anyway, or tying, or whatever they're doing. I don't see how he's playing above and beyond to where you would say that you don't even think it's a chance that this young man should get a chance. I really think that Baker Mayfield should get a chance. And I also think that if they continue to lose or do this foolishness, and Tyrod continues to be an average QB, because he's not trash, he's just average. He's not something that you get excited about. Like, nobody has him on their fantasy team. He's just a guy. That's all it is. Baker Mayfield can rejuvenate this team. And I think that if it doesn't happen soon, Hugh Jackson should be fired, man, or whoever else is letting them, whatever. I just think, just fire the whole staff, bro. Fire the owner too, man. Just start from scratch. I don't even care. Lions and the 49ers. This came down to one situation, right? This dude, Garoppolo, threw a pick to the Lions to, like, pretty much, that was going to probably win them the game. And it got called back because of illegal touch. No, not illegal touch. And it was like, what is that? Like the holding, but it wasn't pass interference, but it was like holding. You know what I'm saying? And they brought it back. And that's the reason that the 49ers won this game. Now, the Lions are terrible, but they came back late in the game to try to make it a game. Whatever. It is what it is, bro. Early on, they had the 7-3 lead in the first quarter. They looked like they were playing better. Matthew Stafford looked like he was playing better, but he made some really, really bad throws. Again, another week that he's just really bad. Look, I've had enough of making excuses for this guy. You've had some of the best wide receivers that have played in the game, and he's just not up to par. I just don't believe that he's that guy. That's my opinion. I honestly just don't think that he's that guy. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You guys can give me all these stats, whatever like that. The dude sucks. That's what I'm going to go with. Garoppolo is starting to look like, I don't really know, man. He looked a lot better last year when he came in for a couple games than he's looking now. He's making really, really bad decisions, and he's throwing picks, and it's just really stupid. And it's not something that I think he's going to grow out of anytime soon. I think that he's still learning who he is, and he would have been a lot better if he had stayed with the Patriots. But it's not. Bill Belichick's staff and this guy's staff, not the same staff, so the quarterback growth can be stunted. That's why I believe that Bill Belichick deserves some credit for what Tom Brady became. Obviously, you got to want it for yourself, so Tom Brady owes nobody, anything unless he wants to give them credit for it. But I do believe that the comfortability of Bill Belichick's staff made Tom Brady, just started him in that path to make him become one of the greatest to ever play the game. But overall, the Lions are a terrible football team, and I expected this. I told you guys before the season started, I didn't really expect anything out of them. And you guys are like, no, bro, Lions this, Lions that. Nah, it's not about that. 49ers also, I don't know what they're going to be doing in the NFC West either. But we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what goes on with that. But I don't know about those guys. Cardinals and the Rams. We were already talking about Todd Gurley. That dude's a monster, man. He's such a monster that he rushed for 3 touchdowns and then he just goes sit on the bench, act like he's hurt. Somebody got cramps, going to the locker room. I'm going to tell you this right now. The Cardinals are a terrible team. Now, it's a lot of things. What is that, Sam Bradford? This is the thing. I think didn't he get benched at some point? I don't know what was going on, but it doesn't really matter. Look, I stopped watching this game when it was like, 27-zip or whatever the score was. It was just really, really bad. But let me just explain this, right? Sam Bradford has been a bum for a very, very long time, and this guy is still getting opportunities in this league, and I don't understand how. So whoever hired him should be fired. This is the situation how it goes, right? If you're responsible for a player that's out there, you are fully accountable. You should be fired for that. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If they started treating these coaches like they treat the players, a lot of these teams would be a lot better because they would always know that their job is on the line, and at any time, you're going to be, you know what I'm saying, you could just be gone. That's what they need to do because the Cardinals are a trash heap. Goff did play well, though. You know what I'm saying? Goff played well. Overall, the Rams are just too much. They're just too much. Defensively, they're too much. Offensively, they start coming into their own. It's going to be a problem. Like I said, I picked this team to come out of the NFC West, but you still got to deal with the Seahawks. I don't know what you're going to get out of that, but it's going to be interesting to see the NFC West this year, man. But I expect the Rams to be up there. Niners, I don't know about them. You know what I'm saying? So we have to continue to wait to see what's going on with that situation. The Patriots and the Jaguars. Now, with this right here, I gotta let me say this, right? This game wasn't as close as it's showing right here. Like they scored some touchdowns late. Everybody thought that Tom Brady would make a run. He did, but at the end of the day, he didn't do enough, and they had to settle for field goals during their comeback, and that just didn't work out. But let me just go ahead and give kudos to Jalen Ramsey. I'm going to give kudos to Jalen Ramsey because GRONK was shut down. He had 2 receptions for 15 yards, some kind of ridiculous stuff like that. But I do believe that I understand that he's more vocal and a lot of people like to hear that and stuff like that, but I don't know if he should continue along those lines. Simply because right now your team is playing very, very well and you don't want to make that distraction away from the greatness of how your team is playing defensively and how overall you guys are getting wins. With your trash talk. That's just my opinion because like watching the game, it looks like it motivates them, but some of them, it looks like it bothered them on the field. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's making it all about me. Like even though you're saying GRONK is not that good, and he's not really saying I'm the best corner. Like he's not doing that, but it's too much about him. I think if he makes it all about the team and just starts saying, yo, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, I think the Jaguars are gonna be a major problem. But he's a star on that team, and he's young. And sometimes you just do and say a lot of things, but I kind of understand that you feel certain ways about players, and this doesn't in any way take away from GRONK. It just proves that the Jaguars are a really good defensive team. That's what it proves. Like, I don't feel any different about GRONK. Everybody has bad games. Like, it's going to happen. Tom Brady, it wasn't that good of a game. That's going to happen. But to say it and then do it, Jalen Ramsey deserves a lot of credit, but it wasn't only him because it wasn't always a one-to-one matchup with him and GRONK. But they played him very well, and they locked it down, and they got to Tom Brady a lot. So overall, kudos to the Jags, man. They handled their business, and I'm very, very scared of what that team has in store for a lot of bro, that team's going to be dangerous, man. Raiders and the Broncos. I'm very disappointed in the Raiders, man. Derek Carr's accuracy and all that stuff like that, I don't really care about those stats. What I look at, wins, losses. The Broncos were able to come back in this game simply because the Raiders, like the coaching, the calls, everything I don't know what it was. But Derek Carr played unbelievable. I was very, very happy to see that Amari Cooper can still catch. I thought the dude's arms, his hands were made out of blocks. Like, I don't know what he was doing in previous years, like the last couple of years, but it was very, very good. They were riding high. Everything was looking really, really good. But then it just knocks you back down to reality. What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 60 minutes, guys. You didn't play for 60 minutes. And that's pretty much what it is. The game's not over till it's over. And that's what happened. And I don't know what the Raiders have in store going forward, but I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they're doing, I don't like it. Because You're getting L's. But I think that eventually they will start to come into their own and they will get a lot better, in my personal opinion. That's what I think. All right? The Broncos, yo, bro, listen. Hey, Case Keenum, do your thing, bro. I think you garbage, but you out there balling. You know what I'm saying? I can't get mad at you. The Broncos defense stepping up. Broncos are dangerous. If Case Keenum can play halfway decent, like what he did in Minnesota, the Broncos can be all right, man. They could definitely be all right. The Giants and the Cowboys, challenge accepted. Dak Prescott, after being asked about Landon Collins running off at the mouth, challenge accepted. And what did he go out there and do? Throw nothing but dots early on. Now, Tavon Austin, I was very, very happy to see them utilize him. He's pretty fast. Jack Rabbit can't keep up with him. I don't know what's going on. The Giants, they're pretty bad, though. Like, their whole scheme is throwing slants to OBJ and throwing it out, on, like, you know, really quickly to the running back, to Saquon Barkley. Like, that's their scheme. And Eli Manning being terrible. Like, pretty much this game wasn't even as close as it's shown right now. Fourth quarter, like, they got lucky and made a couple plays, but the Cowboys, they really beat these guys into submission. This was a dominating football game. They dominated the Giants. This is like you go into jail, you know what I'm saying, bro, and you already wearing Kool-Aid lipstick and nobody even asked you what you're doing yet. Like, yo, dominated, okay? Dak looked really, really good, running and passing. Ezekiel Elliott looked a lot slimmer, even after the game when him and Saquon Barkley, you know, showed their jersey. Saquon looked like he was very salty, though, because the beating was wild. And obviously, you don't like to lose, but it was just good for them to do that part. But overall, the Giants, Landon Collins, all these guys need to shut up and just play football. Because even with Jalen Ramsey, it seems like, you know, these guys are doing it for their own motivation, but they got destroyed on both sides of the ball. Okay, now Eric Flowers does suck. He's a revolving door, but that has nothing to do with this. The Giants played a horrible football game, and the Cowboys just outcoached them. And that's pretty much it. And if this is the way it's going to be, why are you paying OBJ all this money? If he can't get open and you don't have a quarterback, like I like Saquon Barkley, but I would have taken a quarterback in this draft. Because Eli Manning is terrible, man. Look, I'm done, bro. Like, this guy, I don't know what he's doing. And you guys are going to probably make excuses for him, but he got to be better, bro. You got to be able to make those throws. You got to be able to do certain things that he's just not doing, man. He's just not doing them. And then now the Cowboys are riding high, and I don't even know who half their defense is. I don't even know who these guys are, and they're locking up OBJ. This is a travesty, man, and I'm completely done with it. But overall, I really enjoyed week 2. I really hope you guys are going to be back with me for week 3, man. I can't wait. There's some really, really key matchups that I can't wait to sit down and just watch and enjoy, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys understand I'm on iTunes, Android, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. GmiasWorldPodcast. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. One love.